Alrighty, food challenge. There we go. Less ignorant people. What's up, Ocean? Yeah. So we got 6 fingers, a large fry, and a piece of toast. Time to do a refeed. I'm hungry. Good job, man. Keep it up. Don't stop. When you got the momentum, keep riding that momentum. Good job, man. How close? How close? Nice. I know it's a grind. I know it's a grind, trust me. Good job, man. Keep it up. It is. It's pretty good. Oh yeah. Well, I went to the gym earlier and I was drained. I've been training so much, my calories are too low. So I even lost, like last week I lost 10 pounds just because I trained twice a day, every day. So I gotta bump up the calories. So this is a refeed and kind of reset my body. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about if I'm not monetized by the end of next year, the project's over. So you're 14 years old. You're not eating as much as you think. Trust me. When you say you eat so much food, you're not eating as much as you think. You don't know how to eat. That's my favorite food. Steak. Steak and pasta. Steak, pasta, egg. Steak, pasta, egg, rice. That's my favorite food. And I like a lot of food. How about you? What's your favorite food? Ooh, you know what? You said special chicken curry. I actually do like buttered chicken and tikka masala curry with a garlic cheese naan. Ooh. Oh. By the way, if you want to gain weight, type what you ate for the last 5 days and how much of it, and tell me how many calories you're eating. If you've never counted your calories, then I'm going to teach you a trick. Honey chicken? Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Honey's really, I love honey. Honey chicken's good. But I probably like butter chicken more than honey chicken. Butter chicken curry is yummy. This meal right here is about 2,200 calories. So I've already eaten 3,000 calories this morning and I've lost weight. Well, you got the right idea. You know that fat. If you're trying to gain weight, right? If that's what you want, I don't know if that's your goal or not, but you got to give your body a stimulus. Like, the key to gaining weight is to stimulate, and then the body, excuse me, you got to stimulate, Give your body a stimulus. You're listing some good food. I'll give you that. You got the peanut butter, you got the banana. How much peanut butter do you eat? Like in a sandwich? Because if you take 2 to 3 tablespoons of peanut butter, 1, 2, 3, and you put that in your milkshake, and then you eat like 3 of those a day on top of what you're eating, you'll probably gain weight. If you have a fast metabolism and you're burning through it, you need more fat. Not carbs, not protein. You need more fat. I have a fast metabolism. And when I want to gain weight, like when I bulk, I eat more fats and carbs. And I'll still eat protein, but you don't need that much protein. You need more energies and calories. Remember, you gotta like take your body and you gotta give it a stimulus. And after you give it that stimulus, then you need calories. Yeah, you can look at your macros and all this, but it really doesn't matter. One-sided. Don't know what that means. What do you mean one-sided? 3 tablespoons of peanut butter. Okay. Yeah. I'm telling you, the extra fats and the extra calories. Another thing too, I'll tell you a secret. If you're 14 and you jerk off a lot, you're going to lose weight. So, I'm not saying you are, but if you're young and you masturbate a lot or you're watching porn like a lot of kids do when they're younger, that helps you lose weight. So don't look at porn, don't jack off, stay celibate, eat a bunch of fat, and weight train, and you will grow like a weed. I promise you that. Yeah, but you don't know how much peanut butter. That's not crazy. That's true. You think it's crazy, but in my world, that's true. I've read the research. Have you been to college? Have you studied this shit? I'm telling you. If you're trying to gain weight and you jack off a lot or you masturbate, I'm telling you, that's taken away from your body. Go celibate for 60 days, weight train for 60 days, and get stronger and eat a bunch of calories and you'll see it. Okay, cool. Well, that's what I'm saying. So, you said, again, I don't know. So what I'm saying is, if you're trying to gain weight, right, that's something I've noticed. Remember, I've trained like close to 600 people in the last 15 years. So when I see guys that are like between the ages of 12 and 16, the first thing I tell them is, if they're looking at porn or they're looking at whatever, or they're masturbating a lot, stop doing that. Save that energy and put it in the weights and eat, and you will grow. I'm telling you. This is something I learned after about 8 years of training high schoolers in the military. I volunteered and I was training at like military bases, and I was a coach because I'm a certified trainer and stuff. And what I noticed is the ones who were excessively ejaculating always lost weight. So when I would confront them or their parents, say, hey, try to get them to stop doing this, eat more food, and in weight train, they grew like a weed. But you got to think about it. In nature, a lot of creatures, once they procreate, they die. So I think every time you do that, you're giving up a lot of energy, and then your body has to reuse that. You understand biology. It's actually, I just gave you some really good information. I'm telling you. Take it from someone who put on 150 pounds in 9 years. Before I had my surgery, look at my old pictures when I was 300 pounds. Before I herniated my discs, I went from 150 in high school over 9 years in the military studying nutrition and human performance, right? Right. Yeah, but doesn't it make sense? Like, look at salmon, look at fish, look at animals. When they procreate, a salmon, they die. When a bee procreates, it dies. Look at nature, be observant. Like, just look around and be observant. You'll be amazed what you can learn if you just look at nature and watch. Shut the fuck up and just watch. And all your answers that you could ever imagine, if you go to a pond where there's fish and flies and frogs and deer and cats, and you just look at that pond, you will learn so much about how the world works from a biological perspective. You'll learn so much just from observing nature. Just look outside. Don't go by what you read. You want to read, but then when you get information, compare what you read to what reality actually is, and then cross-compare those two. That's how it works. For example, yeah, that's cool. That's fine. Yeah, no matter which way you slice it, nobody knows the answer. No human being. For 15 years, I traveled around the world. I lived in Japan for 3 years. I went to Afghanistan, was in the Navy, and I can tell you this. Nobody knows what happens when you die. No religion knows. Nobody knows. But whatever makes you feel good, just do that. Be a good person. Do good things. Don't be an asshole. How was Japan? Amazing. I love Japan. Japan was amazing. The Japanese people are some of my favorite people on earth. God, I love them. They're nice. They're respectful. They're always thinking of others. They have great technology, beautiful, yummy food. It's just, their standard in Japan was amazing. When I came back home to the South, I realized why the United States is failing, because we're not keeping up with other countries. Like, it's a good thing we're big and strong, because technologically wise, Japan and China, they're growing, man. I spent 3 years in the Asian Pacific. Yeah, go to Yokosuka, go to Kamakura. Go to Tokyo, ride the bullet train. They got a train that goes 300 plus miles an hour. Right? It's insane what they do. It makes us look like we're falling behind in technology, man. But what we do is the United States has a program where they take the smartest people from other countries and they invite them over and get them to work for us. I mean, look at the math team. Look at the Olympic math team. Even the American team, all the members of the math team in America are Chinese. When they play against China and they do the math Olympics, it's the Chinese Americans versus the Chinese Chinese. It's not good, man. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, the United States is falling behind. It's not good, man. It is what it is, though. Imagine if they put the when you get bottles in Germany and you can put them in Cyclone. Oh yeah, dude, all the futuristic stuff is true. Japan was so cool, dude. When I came back to the United States after my divorce, it made me realize how primitive the South is. The South is pretty primitive and it's full of ignorant people. Like, most people have never left the state of Georgia out here. But that's kind of where I ended up landing, so it is what it is. And a lot of people don't like me because I tell this to them, and they don't like it. But I'm like, what do you want me to say? I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to tell you what I think, and what I think is my opinion. And if somebody doesn't like it, well, sorry, that's what I think. I've been to like 22 countries. I won like close to 50 medals for the United States Navy. Like, I've seen how the world works. And that's my assessment. Oh, the hologram on the streets of Tokyo. Yeah, those are cool. But you can see those holograms. The United States has, we have some holograms at football stadiums and stuff. But I've got to say, what cool thing about Japan is you walk on the street and the street is like this. Imagine this. Imagine this is you, and you walk on the street, and when you step on it, it pushes down, and every time you step, it's pumping like a hydraulic, and that causes energy. So the people walking to and from work in Japan on the streets are literally, by walking on the streets and the tiles, they pump energy back into the system. Solar powered, right? They've got some wind power being on the edge. They've got so much crazy stuff in Japan. It's mad. Nice. Which countries you been to? And which one was your favorite? So that was about 2,000 calories. So you're 14 and you've been to 5 countries? Very good. That means you're going to be well cultured. But remember, if you understand this, not everyone who helps you is your friend, and not everyone that hurts you is your enemy. Remember that. Oh, Tokyo is so safe, dude. I haven't been to London. I've actually never been to London, but I've been told that the streets of London get pretty crazy. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, yeah. Oh, so you got a good experience. So you've got some, so being in Egypt, that's cool. Mexico, that's cool. Cool. Tenerife, Azores, that's cool. Oh yeah, you need some Asian Pacific. You need a, I've been to, I spent most of my time, when I was traveling, I went to China for about 90 days, and I spent 3 years in Japan. And that alone changed my entire perspective of the world. Like living in Japan and China, that just blew my mind how advanced they are. Not hating on my culture, but my culture's kind of like ignorant and dying off. And it's probably best for the world. I'm not trying to be mean, but it's probably best for the Southern culture to kind of go away. I say that out of love, but it's just ignorance, man. So many good things in the South, but like, it's loaded with sugar. People get diabetes. Everyone's fat. Nobody really cares about anyone else. It's all about ego. Everybody is in too much competition, and there's no cooperation. And that's my experience in the South. So, but a lot of countries are like that. See, human beings, the most dangerous thing about people is they do tribes. And many people get involved with the tribe, a community, and their identity becomes that community. And they lose their own identity, and then they just follow along. Yeah, I don't get offended by anything you say about where I don't live. South Korea, yeah. Well, it's like people get way too offensive. Look, if you're in an area, and let me tell you where you know you're in the midst of a psychopath. If you mention something and someone screams or yells or just tells you to be quiet, and they rationally can't make a point against what you say, you need to leave that situation, because those people are psychopaths. If someone can't listen, think, and then respond, you don't want those people near you, because they're probably idiots. Idiots and stupid people are more dangerous than bad people, because when someone's bad, you can see what they do and say, oh, that's a bad person. But when someone's stupid or they're an idiot, They kill people and they don't even realize it. Watch out for stupid people. I can't stand stupid people. I can't stand obnoxious, dumb, loud, stupid people. I just can't stand them. Like most people do is like, the equivalent of talking to an idiot is like playing chess against a pigeon who flies into a chessboard, shits on the table, knocks it over, says you're nothing, and then goes back to their flock and says, I won. That's the summary of talking to an idiot. Nice. Solid. Nice. 3,000 views today. 200 what? You hit 200 what? Oh, nice. Hey, Oceans, you want to do a collab? You want to do a collab later? What time zone are you in? Because I want to do this to some of my viewers because I want to grow my channel too. Have you ever done a invite to collab? Because I haven't done one yet on my channel, and I've been asking people to do one. Would you want to do that later? Like, what's your schedule like later today? You going to be around? Because I have an idea. It's real late? Yeah. Real late? Are you in the United States? Where are you at? I was thinking you were in the U.S. You're not in the U.S., are you? You're somewhere else. Where are you at? But if you don't want to say that, what time is it? You say real late. So are you on the other side of the world or something? I'm trying to remember. Because I have an idea, and it'll help your channel grow, and it'll help my channel. That's fine. Well, check this out. Here's my idea. You know when you go live? Okay, so you're about, okay. Well, what I want to do, and keep this here, write this down, and we'll make this happen maybe next week sometime. I want to go live and send an invite to collab, and I can send that to you. Then we can have a conversation like this when you're on the screen, and we can just talk back and forth, and I'll just interview you. I'll just interview you and say, hey, what are you into? What are you that? And then we can put that live. You have access to the footage, and we can tell everyone, hey, like and subscribe to both of our channels. Do you like that idea? Because I want to do that. I've got a few people at the gym I want to do that with, but I'm looking for some people who have a YouTube channel and want to grow it. Because I think if we were having a conversation, it'd be like, I'll just get some questions and I'll do like an interview with you. Okay. Well, put it this way. If that's something that you are scared to do, then it is what it is. But if you wanted to like talk to your parents or whatever and be like, hey, I want to grow this channel and I want to have a Navy veteran do an interview, I'll be nice, I can talk about anything, and I want to kind of test this because this is what I want to do. I want to do invite collabs to random people on my channel and just have conversations almost like a podcast, but instead of being a podcast, it's a stream and conversation. I think that the collab would allow me to talk to someone on the camera just like this, and then people can comment and I can say, hey, by the way, go subscribe to Ocean VRF's YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube, have a conversation, get some views, and then get some more people. I think it's a good idea. You see what I'm saying? But if you're hesitant because you haven't talked or done any of that, that's cool. Keep in mind too, I've never done a collab like that, but if there's an option to like keep the camera off and you just want to talk, you could do that too. I'm about to sleep. Good night. Till tomorrow. Tomorrow is your exam? Is that Chess Devil? Hey Karma, is that you, Chess Devil? Don't you have multiple accounts? That looks like Chess Devil, the way you're talking. Anyways, put it this way. Any of you guys that subscribe to my channel, right? If you want me to chess devil, if that's you, is this another? Nuh-uh. You're not chess devil? Because chess devils in Nepal. Anyways, here's the game plan. You ready for the game plan? Very simple. Some of you subscribers, I want to do an invite to collab and just have a conversation while we stream. And I want to test this. So if any of you guys want to have a one-on-one conversation, that would be a chance for me to interview you. It'll be appropriate, it'll be respectful, and then it'll be online. And then you can save that. Then you can share the video to your page, and you can also, I'll do all the work. You just have to show up. Right? I think it would be a good idea. Something tells me this is a good idea. Man, that food was good. Man, I burned so much fuel. Literally just shoved down like 2,000 calories, like nothing. Anyways, that's 30 minutes. Hope you enjoyed the chat. Cheers.